This is the 2022-23, maybe, Acura TLX Type S. That means that under the hood, you get the ha-choo turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 engine that makes great sounds while putting out 355 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque, flat from 1400 RPM all the way up to 5000. It's also made it to a pretty good 10-speed automatic transmission with these interesting buttons. It's been specially tuned for the Type S, and can I tell you, it's quite good. And it has the 4th generation super handling all-wheel drive system. That means that now it can send more power than ever before to the rear axle. Up to 70% is what they claim, but in practice, it's not as wah as it might seem. Nevertheless, look at this. This is the best looking Acura, minus of course the NSX. The two nerves on the hood make it look so damn low and wide, it's incredible. I love everything about the exterior of this car. I could go on and bore you out pointing out details, but I'll just shut up and let you take all this in. Oh, and look at those 20-inch wheels with the 4-pot Brembos. Oh, car porn. Inside, it's also very nice, less progressive than its German competitors, but that's a good thing, as not everyone wants to overcomplicate their life with learning curves and overwhelming technology. The materials used are all very nice. The fit and finish is exemplary. And at night, there's some nice ambient light. They haven't overdone it. It's not a strip joint in here. It's just right. And you can customize the colors using names that should be on your bucket list. The seats, of course, are red. I call that the wet dream spec. They are heated, they're ventilated, they're very adjustable, and I love how they feel. And I also love how this heated wheel looks. And the controls on the steering wheel work very well, and they're very easy to understand. Roominess is so-so. Up front, no issues. But in the back, it's not as roomy as it could have been for such a large car. It's almost 5 meters long. Legroom is just okay. Headroom is also, but what is really disappointing is the lack of any charge ports or heated seats for back here. It's such a shame. And it's kind of funny that the passengers in the rear draw the short end of the stick, because the expectations are set pretty high the moment you touch the door handle, because it's comfort access enabled. Whereas in other cars of this segment, G70 I believe, those kind of cars, they don't have rear handles that are comfort access enabled, and I find that very annoying, especially when you have kids and you try to open the door and it doesn't open. Anywho, the trunk lid is not powered, the button is kind of hidden inside the right taillight, and the capacity of the trunk is actually nothing to write home about at 382 liters. The exhaust right underneath, however, is a different story. This is worth calling home. It has active valves that open in Sport and Sport Plus modes, and it sounds magnificent. Pedal to the metal, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, comes in 5.2 seconds. Yes, I know you're going to say, oh, it's supposed to take 4.5. I tried my best. It's not happening. 0 to 60 is 4.5 anyway. The 0 to 62, it's a little bit over 5, but that's not bad. Hey, listen. And the reverse procedure using the electronic servo brake pedal comes in 41 meters, which for such cold weather and winter tires is not bad at all. The front brakes are 14.3 inches in diameter, so plenty of rotor to bite. But back to performance though, because this engine is really nice. It is elastic from down low, doesn't really have any turbo lag, it's strong, it's refined, and hey, listen to this. It combines things from the Civic Type R and the NSX supercar. So it should also last forever. The TLX Type S doesn't feel as quick as, say, a BMW M340i, but it's not far off. And I've noticed that this one is also a quite tunable engine, so 100 extra horsepower is a stage 1 map away. It has a forged crank and connecting rods, so it'll be fine in the long run. Actually, everything on this car has been tweaked to be Type S specific, including the suspension with the dynamic dampers. It has thicker anti-roll bars, rear bracing, even the power steering is Type S exclusive. And of course, let's not forget the transmission, which in Sport Plus shifts like you're on a racetrack, full beast mode. This guy over here also has the 4th generation super handling all-wheel drive, which can overdrive the rear wheels to make them spin faster. So exiting a corner, it should feel like a rear-wheel drive biased vehicle. However, it does that at slow speed. At higher speed, it definitely understeers. Handling is very good for the daily run within the speed limits and everything. It does feel like a premium sports sedan. Everything feels right and tight. Just like it's puffed up and ready to rip on demand. That's exactly what makes a daily driver exciting. Now, when you decide to attack corners on a track, it has its own character. It's very capable, it feels great, but it prefers proper lines and maximum velocity rather than having a playful attitude. And you know what? When you're done clowning around, you can put it in comfort mode, and hot damn does it become comfortable. Over bumps, it's very, very comfortable. And for a car of this segment that's supposed to be the sporty one, you know what? I'm liking this a lot. It's so nice and soft. Look at this. Even though it has stiffer spring rates than every other TLX, it's still very, very good over bumps. Very, very good. The only issue when you calm down and you start paying attention to the rest of the car is this touchpad. I mean, it's not my favorite. I do prefer like the iDrive BMW style rotary thingy. The screen is not a touch screen and it's pretty far, like you can't reach anything. I mean, it's not bad, this touchpad. You do get used to it and it helps as much as possible, and it has this like true whatever, like wherever your finger is, that's what's there. It's not like a computer touchpad, but it's not bad. There are better things out there. On the bright side, it has a very nice instrument cluster with horny looking analog dials, and there's a little center screen that has all the useful information. You get 2 cup holders, you get a wireless charger, and underneath the armrest you get USB ports for charging and for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, because in this one you do need a wire, which is kind of dumb because you have a wireless charger right here, but if you're using a wire you can't wirelessly charge, so what's the point? Maybe for the passenger? I don't know. Now, fuel economy isn't the greatest, especially since the throttle pedal is always a temptation. Acura says combined it should return 21 mpg or 11.2 liters per 100 kilometers. I got 18.8 mpg or 12.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is close enough, but some competitors, like once again the M340i, would do better. Prices in Canada for the TLX Type S start at 64,000 Canadian dollars, and in the US it starts at just over 55,000 US dollars. Competition is brutal in the segment, with that BMW I've already referenced twice, the Mercedes C43 AMG, Audi S4, Lexus IS350, Infiniti Q50 Red, whatever that is, but this one is better value and should be more dependable than at least the German oil leakers. So if you, like me, absolutely love the way this car looks, you should definitely go test drive one. It is a very, very good car. Like, I like it a lot more than I thought I would. And before I let you go, normal, sport, twist and hold, sport plus. Listen to the downshift. Thinks like you're on a track. Crazy downshifts. Okay, that's pretty much it with the 2022 or 23, whatever it is, Acura TLX Type S. I hope you like this review. Share it with your friends. Press a like, leave us a comment, do whatever you want. Most importantly, till next time, be well. Bye-bye. Perfect.